Good morning, everybody. Fossil Bill here with some of the pieces that came off the flat lap. Just wanted to show you what happened with them and tell you what I did. And here we go. We'll start out with this agate. This was one of my pieces that I did as a random reveals. And here it is. Took a nice shine. Because of the moss being, little tubules within the agate, it did not take a perfect smooth shine because of the porosity of the stone, but it is very shiny still. And look at the depth in that stone. It has little crystals in the areas like that, and it has some yellowish, some blackish, and some kind of pinkish moss in it. So that's a really cool piece, I think. And the other half is still on number 2. I ran out of room and started running different things, so both halves didn't come through at the same time. Here's a little agate nodule that I got. It was broken, so I don't have both halves. And I just decided to saw off most of the broken part and smooth it off and put it on the flat lap, and here it is. As you can see, I didn't get the whole surface because there was still a broken piece on it, but it took a nice shine. Now this one, being a small piece, did not polish 100% of the way along. So on my flat top system, I had gotten an extra felt disc, and I put cerium oxide compound on that and wet it down, and I was able to get a really nice polish all the way across on it. The polish was high on this end, and it just faded to matte on this end. So I was able to get a good high lustrous polish all the way along using my other system, because it wasn't doing it on the vibratory system. These ones were kind of bouncing around. They didn't have enough weight to them. So I am going to be also with this, probably if I had more weight on it, it would have done better. I am making larger weights. I have a large muffin pan, silicone muffin pan, and more lead shot and more epoxy resin on order, and I'm going to make larger weights. But these I had to finish, both this and the other Thunder Egg, I had to finish on the flat top system as well. They took about as high a polish as Thunder Eggs take. And I had to use a toothbrush and Dawn dish soap to get the cerium oxide out of the crystallized areas. This one took a really nice high polish. And I love that the crystals have kind of a purplish amethyst tone to them. And you've got a little bit of banding. But yeah, the amethyst was definitely a surprise in that one. And this one is a piece from my personal collection. This side was already polished, but the other side was just left saw cut and rough. So I wanted to polish that side, and this is how it came out. This one came out the best out of all of them. It came up with a mirror polish. The only thing with this one is, due to blacking out the surface with a marker and the tendency of quartz to have little spaces between the crystals, this is clear quartz. The purple you are seeing is residual from the marker ink that seeped down in between the quartz crystals. Because there is no true black. So black Sharpie is really a very, very, very dark purple ink. So I am going to have to soak this with acetone to try to get this purple out of the crystals the best I can. But it took a really nice high polish and came out really nice. Also, this is highly fluorescent, so I am going to pause for a second here and get my UV light and show it off. This doesn't even have to be in the dark, it's going to show up really nicely. Just spectacular UV reaction. And I just had to polish this. So, there we have it. Those are the best pieces that came off the flat lap so far. I am still learning about things, and also with the marker, I did have someone comment that they use an aluminum scribe to cross-hatch the surface while it's rough to tell on number one whether it goes down, when it goes down past all the low spots. So I am now using that instead of the marker, so this will not happen again. Because when you scribe over the surface with the aluminum does not leave a residual and go into cracks and stuff like that like the ink does. So that is a much better method, in my opinion, than using black marker. So that's my video, and that's what I've learned from it so far. I need bigger weights for pieces like this. Pieces like this too will benefit from more weight. You'll get a higher polish than what it has right now, which is still a little bit hazy. And it'll come up to that. I didn't even have weights on this, but because it's such a heavy piece, it came up to such a mirror polish, it is perfect. It's crazy kitty cat time. And I guess that about wraps it up for now. And I will talk to you guys again later.